So as you can see, it's another beautiful, bright, sunny, blue sky, freezing cold day. And I'm out the back, which is freezing cold, not in the sun. It's so dazzling out the front. I thought I'd come out the back. I can watch the chickens from here running around. I got 3 eggs yesterday, so they're really well into spring now for the chickens, which is great. When I came back from putting them away last night, Ida was very spring-like, gambling up behind me on all fours, you know, drop, drop, drop. And I got to scritch her a couple of times, so she was in a good mood yesterday evening, which was lovely. I keep missing the sunsets. Apparently, there've been some amazing sunsets, but I go down just a bit too late and then miss them, which is a shame. But there you go. I've been playing my game that I play. You know, I've been playing for ages, and joined a team just over a week ago, and I'm going to be leaving the team. I'm going to be leaving the team soon. I'd forgotten how distracting it is when people are chatting and I'm elsewhere looking at stuff, watching YouTube or Netflix, or passively watching the telly with Mark, and having the distraction of an in-game chat is just too much for me. I can't cope with that, so I'm going to be leaving the team. I just need to work out when is best for them, because if I leave now I might take my points with me, which will affect the team's score, although they're an amazing team anyway. They don't really need my points. But I think I just prefer to chill on my own. The game for me is where I just sit and chill and play at my own pace, rather than have an expectation to do certain things and achieve certain things for a team. So that's that. So yeah, I'm gonna leave. And oh God, what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh, to Scotchette. Is it Scotchette? I haven't been silenced. I really haven't been silenced. And I've said to you, at this moment in time, it's what I'm choosing to do. And if you know me well enough, and I'm sure you do, you'll know that at some point something's gonna push my button and I'm gonna rant. But at the moment, there's nothing doing that, and I just doing what I'm doing, not ranting for the sake of it. I'm not looking. I am looking. I am looking at. Here we go. I am looking, or have looked at Twitter and British politics this last week, and I can't remember. Or Lee Anderson has been made deputy chair, I think, of the Conservative Party. He's a tosser. He is such a tosser. Unbelievable. And I'm thinking that Rishi Sunak is scraping the bottom of the barrel, and has no. It's like he removes one corrupt politician gets moved out of the cabinet, and another one comes up through the ranks. It's like floaters, isn't it? You know, somebody has a crap, and the floaters come to the surface. It's just awful, unbelievable. So I am looking, and when I saw something on Twitter a couple of days ago when they were doing the cabinet reshuffle, and I saw that Lee Anderson had been appointed, and I thought I was looking at a parody account. I was absolutely stunned that such a tosser would have reached that height in the Conservative Party. And then I shouldn't be surprised, should I? Because actually, the Conservative Party are so corrupt. They're running out of good choices. They have run out of good choices. I don't know offhand, off the top of my head, who would be a good choice anywhere in that Tory government now. I've not really been paying enough attention, but yeah, it's just awful, absolutely awful. Um, I will talk about my pain, and for those that want me not to talk about my pain and go, oh, you're still moaning, fuck off. Doesn't matter. You don't like it, go away and look at something else. There's a lot of people in my situation that also suffering the same sort of thing, and we talk about it. I was talking to my sister last night who's also in pain. It's what we talk about. And you get to our age, when you get to old age, I'm going to be 68 in July, ailments come and get you. Not everybody, but it's a thing that when you get older you discuss ailments, and that's what I'm doing. Last night my hands would not stop hurting. I lost a lot of sleep. I'd got my compression gloves on, and that wasn't working. I've taken them off today. My hands still hurt. I've taken an ibuprofen. I'm not meant to because I'm on steroids and methotrexate, but it's the only thing that actually helps with my pain, and I'm beginning to feel a bit more comfortable. But the cold weather is really not good when you've got arthritis. It's really not good. So whilst we've got this cold weather, which we've got for a few more days yet, I'm just going to have to put up with it. And then we're going to have damp weather, and that probably won't work either. So yeah, another uncomfortable, stiff morning. And Mark's got stiff knees, and when we were in one of the restaurants a week or so ago, we were sitting there, and I said to Mark, there's a lot of old people in here, and we've learnt to realise that we are old people. And then Mark had an email from Hugh. Hello, Hugh. Also saying in a doctor's waiting room it was full of old people, and then acknowledging that he's an old people. And it's sort of odd how we look at other people and see them aging and don't notice it in ourselves. And it's really funny. It's like, and I was standing warming my bum in front of the fire the other day because I'm trying to get the fire going, and Mark stood up in his doorway, which is quite a long way away, and he stood up, and I saw him sort of shuffle to the doorway because normally by the time he gets through to me he's stopped shuffling because his knees are moving. So he shuffled through to the doorway and just looks older. And I said to him, that probably is the other way around when you see me get up. So when I get up from a seat, and for a while I'm shuffling because everything's got stiff and my feet hurt, and after, I don't know, 15-20 seconds you get going, but there's this shuffle at the beginning, and it's an old person shuffle, and that reminds us we're old, and there's nothing we can do about it. And the good thing is, I may have said this in another vlog, is that my bone scan that I had a couple of weeks back was normal. Was no different to the bone scan I had 6 years ago when I started with PMR. And when you're taking steroids, it can cause bone wastage, and they give you calcium and vitamin D to take. I think the vitamin D helps the calcium get integrated. Well, I stopped taking the calcium quite early on because it just upset my stomach, so I haven't been taking calcium. And then a year ago I stopped all supplements because they were making me really dry. And my bone scan there's no changes on my bone scan. And the thing is, I'm weight bearing all the time because I'm obese. I'm weight bearing all the time, and that stops my bones, or is supporting my bones, or keeping my bones relatively healthy. So I'm pleased about that. And I wonder about the people that are on the other end of this weight spectrum, the thin people, the people that are very low BMI and very thin. I wonder about their bones and how their bones will fare as they get older. I don't know. It's just such a lot, isn't there? Such a lot. Don't do this, don't eat that, don't eat that, stop eating that, do this. And that's been my whole life. And you reach a point, I've reached a point where it's like, yeah, right, okay. I just have to take bits of it and do the bits that I think work, and it's weird. Yeah, so I am making falafels for our lunch. They're ready for me to actually mould and then cook. And I'm doing roast butternut squash in the oven. So nice, good, healthy, low carb meal. And I don't know what I'm going to do. Depends on the egg situation. If there are a couple more eggs later, I'll probably do. We had cheese omelette and we had mushrooms on the side. I might do an omelette for supper. I don't put mushrooms in an omelette because they go watery, don't they, and liquidy, and that gets into the omelette. I don't like that, so I do it on the side. And I probably said this in a previous vlog. I was watching Tim Spector, and he was talking about mushrooms. We should be eating mushrooms more than 3 times a week. So we've had mushrooms twice this week, and I will do mushrooms tonight. I couldn't buy any dried mushrooms, but I bought a pack of frozen forestier. Oh God, I can't say it. Forestier mushrooms. So some wild mushrooms from the forest, and I might cook those later to have with the omelette. So yeah, and I bought a new shiny thing. I've bought a new coffee maker. The coffee machine that we have has been leaking, and it sits in a melamine tray just to stop it leaking onto my wooden worktop. But it has been leaking onto there, and it's leaking, and it's very old, and not very good. So I decided that I wanted to buy a shiny thing, so I've bought, and it's arrived this morning, an automatic coffee maker that will make coffee from bean to cup. So I don't have to do any of that work with my hands. Really pleased about that. It's not quite as expensive as Phil's, my son, bought a couple of years ago. It's not as expensive as that. It was quite expensive, but I've wanted one for a long time. So I bought a shiny thing. Okay, have a nice day. I don't know when you'll get this because I'm not sure how long. Some of the vlogs recently have taken forever to upload. You might get this evening. It's Friday, so you might get this evening. It's 11:30 at the moment. And I'm cold. Okay, take care. Bye.